Kim Raver once said, "I think it's necessary to let kids be bored every once in a while. That's how they learn to be creative." If you look around in most places, you'll see the overwhelming amount of technology being used to pacify children and keep them occupied. Today I'm presenting what seems to be a global crisis and the effective methods parents can use to help be a part of the solution. Parents should be limiting their children's screen time to the pediatric recommended limit for their age and avoid overuse of technology. To clarify, screen time is exactly how it sounds. It is classified as the use of screens. This includes, but is not limited to, television, tablets, smartphones, and video games. To begin, I would like to educate you on the pediatric recommended screen time limits for children based on age. In an interview performed on a pediatrician at the Mayo Clinic, Dr. Angela Matique, she suggests that infants to children of 2 years should be allotted no screen time during the day. Children of 2 years to 5 years should be allotted of one hour of screen time per day, and children to teenagers over 6 years of age should be allotted no more than 2 hours a day. It's important to take note of these timeframes because overusing technology can lead to a host of negative effects. These negative effects include obesity. When children are staring at their screens, they're not burning calories. Sleep disturbances. The use of screens before bed are proven to disrupt sleep cycles. The blue light from screens interferes with the brain's sleep cycle and can cause insomnia. Bullying or other behavioral problems. Children over 6 who overuse technology or push past the limit of 2 hours a day often have attention problems. Too much TV has also been linked to bullying. Academic problems. Children who spend too much time on screens have been linked with lower academic test scores. Propensity for violence. Children who have violent media at their fingertips, like music, TV, and video games, can be desensitized to violence. They may act out what they see on TV or even use violence as a result to their problems. In addition, according to a study by Victoria L. Dunkley, MD, published by the Kaiser Family Foundation, too much screen time is creating subtle damage in children. Many children often suffer from sensory overload, hyperactivity, and a lack of sleep. These children often act impulsively, are moody, and can't pay attention in class or at home. Dr. Dunkley then goes on to elaborate the potential damage in young brains that are still developing. She takes notes that children's brains can atrophy. Atrophy is a medical concept that the brain can waste away due to the degeneration of cells. There are many studies that show the brain suffers from shrinkage areas where its processing occurs. To help our children and future generations benefit from technology, it's important that they see, like most things, technology is great in limited amounts. I by no means am here to negate the positive learning benefits of technology. Technology has become an essential part in our school's curriculum. Children are exposed to a vast amount of technology throughout their school day that benefits them, which then in turn makes it more imperative we limit recreational screen time usage. Some ways to limit your children's screen time usage are modeling healthy electronic use. Be a role model for your child. It is important to do so. Before doing things like binge watching a Netflix series or scrolling through social media, be aware they're watching and set a good example. Educate yourself on electronics. In today's time, children's knowledge on technology goes far beyond most adults' knowledge on it. It is essential to stay up to date on technology trends. Make it a priority to learn about electronics and how they are affecting children. Create technology-free zones. Establish zones where you do not allow electronics. For example, dinner time is an important time for your child to develop social and emotional skills. Keep electronics away from the dinner table. Set aside time to unplug. To follow the recommended screen time limits, most afternoon and evenings after school should be spent unplugged. Set specific times for the entire family to be unplugged from all technological devices. Encourage other activities. Children can become quickly addicted to technology. Encourage your children to participate in activities that don't involve screens. This can include getting your child to play outside, read a book, or play a game. The concept of this speech was to inform my audience on the negative effects of too much screen time on children, as well as to provide parents with methods of carrying out limited screen time. As mentioned before, the pediatric recommended limits are no screen time for children under 2, 1 hour of screen time a day for children between 2 and 5, and no more than 2 hours a day of screen time for children over the age of 6. If globally we all agree to do better and follow through with making better screen time limitations, we will see a decrease in childhood obesity, sleep interruptions, bullying, academic failure, and violence. Thank you.